contributed significantly to tourist arrivals in our country. In 2015, South Africa hosted 140 international meetings and conferences, which attracted about 80,000 delegates to the country. These events generated just over R1 billion in economic impact. We attracted 70,000 association professionals to our country in 2014 and 2015, and we remain, by a long way actually, the #1 meetings destination in Africa and the Middle East. For the next 5 years, starting in 2017, South Africa has already secured 66 international association conferences and meetings. These events are guaranteed business for our tourism and hospitality industry and will contribute about R1.4 billion in economic impact. These are events that have already been secured. They will attract 108,000 association professionals who will also be exposed to our tourism offerings and will spread the word of the amazing value for money we offer to the world. In addition, we have 45 bids that are still pending for the next 5 years. These events have the potential to attract 112,000 delegates and can potentially contribute a further R1.5 billion to our economy. It's big stuff we're talking about, not small stuff. And of course, the value, the intangibles, the things that we cannot necessarily quantify are immense. So it's really of a value that we can hardly express in words and difficult to quantify, but we know it. And that's why we attach so much importance to it. So although we still have a lot more work to do, by the way, in resolving some of the challenges that travelers to South Africa have experienced in obtaining visas. And we've got to do as much as we can as government to address some of the obstacles to increasing travel to South Africa, whether they be visa obstacles or whether they be flight connectivity obstacles. We can say, though, on the visa front, which plagued us last year, along with several other challenges, that we are really making good progress. An accredited travel company program that has been put in place in China, allowing travel agents to apply for visas on behalf of their clients, has made a huge difference and has improved ease of travel considerably. And we are now experiencing nothing less than spectacular growth of Chinese citizens to South Africa. You know, when you're talking about a market, the source market there of outbound travelers of over 120 million people who travel abroad from China, then we're talking big stuff. We want our share of it. The same applies to India. Although we are experiencing challenges in the length of time it takes to obtain visas, which is constraining growth in tourism numbers from that country, we can get over that hurdle. If we can get over that hurdle, we can double the numbers of Indian tourists in the next couple of years. It came as good news recently when the Minister of Home Affairs announced that Russian citizens will no longer need visas to come to South Africa for holiday trips. We need to pull out all the stops, dear friends, dear ladies and gentlemen, to get a greater share of what is now a market of more than 1.2 billion people traveling globally. It's hit that record number in 2015. That's a huge number of people that are traveling globally, and it is growing at a rate of 4% per year. And that's the opportunity that confronts us, and that's what we have to grab. And in order to do that, we have to offer great experience in our country. We have to strengthen our marketing endeavors. We all have to be marketers, and we all have to be the offerers of a wonderful experience. Africa, and South Africa in particular, has a unique and special offer. We need to identify and exploit every possible opportunity on the African continent and in all segments which offer potential for growth in tourism. It is now up to you to work together with your industry organization and with the National Convention Bureau to identify these opportunities, to explore them thoroughly, and to extract the benefits for the events industry, for tourism, and for our country's economy. The Tourism Department is committed to working closely with you to take this industry forward. Through meaningful engagement and collaboration and effective partnership, we will move forward. I thank each one of you here for your dedication and your contribution to our industry. I hope you will have a fruitful Congress under the leadership of your association CEO, Adrian Liebertraum, and your chairperson, Wayne Johnson, new chairperson. I hope you rise to that challenge, new chairperson. And we trust that you will leave here infused with new knowledge, inspired and motivated to do more. In closing then, I leave you just touching on the Muhammad Ali quotes. I leave you with the very well used words from our former president and icon Nelson Mandela, who of course had a little punch up with Muhammad Ali. We saw those beautiful pictures. I'm not too sure if it had been a real fight. I'm not too sure who the winner would have been. I'm told our Madiba was a formidable fighter himself. But this is what he said. He said about the art of the possible or the impossible. He said, it always seems impossible until it is done. These words remain a simple but powerful reminder of the potential within every one of us to achieve great things. It reminds us of the journey our nation has traveled against all odds. We must cling to this positive mindset as we move into the future. And we must be ready to take on what may seem to be impossible tasks. If we take the theme of this conference to heart and arm ourselves with the knowledge we need, coupled with our aspirations to grow and succeed, more and more things will become possible every day. Thank you very much. Have a great conference.
Mama.